Hi, I'm Doug.
And I'm Kathy.
And this is Maggie Mae. Join us as we follow the moon. Today, we are at the Encore Park, Paradise South in Mercedes, Texas. This is one of 9 Encore properties in South Texas, and we're going to be staying at a few of these parks over the winter. We wanted to show you a little bit about this park and see if it might be a bullseye for you or if it might miss the mark.
Come along.
Now, this is our exit. Exit 161, it's mile 2 West Road. And like a lot of these interchanges in Texas, it takes us down an access road that we're going to go for a ways until we get there. So while we're doing that, we're going to get at and show you what this park looks like on the map. And taking a look at the map, we're going to enter the park from the middle of the right-hand side. That's the entrance over there. And you'll come straight back the entrance, and then we'll show you everything that you'll see throughout the park. It is important to note that this is a park that's a mixture of annual permanent people as well as transients, and it is an age qualified park, meaning 55 and older. When you come down here to the mile 2 road, you want to make sure that you don't take that first left-hand lane. That's one of those Texas U-turn lanes. You want to come on up until you can just make a regular left, which is what we just did. Went under the bridge, and you'll see the park up here on our left. Just a very short way off the road. Because of that, you do get a little bit of Interstate 2 noise.
Yeah, you do.
But nothing too bad. And you'll see the sign there on our left. It is gated. And a word of caution, you do need a gate code to get into the park. The office is not open on Saturdays and Sundays. So if you're going in on the weekend, make sure you call ahead to get the gate code so that you can get into the park.
And be aware you'd be crossing traffic if you've got a long rig like we did.
Yeah, we were getting in the gate, we were basically blocking
Crossing traffic.
Yeah. Now the center lane here is for check-ins, so you can park right in the middle and go straight on up to the office. This is the office complex and basically most of the amenities of the park. To the right of that building is the beautiful pool. The pool was not busy while we were here. It wasn't for lack of heat. We were here the very first part of November, and we were having 90-degree days yet.
We were a little early for their winter.
We were actually one of only 2 transients in the park at the time. Nice hot tub they've added, and at the back of the pool area is the fitness center. Now, up at the front where you come in, you'll see the signs there for the restrooms. These are the showers and bathrooms. They enter there through the main entrance. We'll walk you down through it. The men's and the ladies are laid out very similar. And the door that you see ahead of me there actually takes you out to that pool patio. So you can access these from the pool.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Or from the main part of the park. Their mailboxes are there. And if you go through those dark colored doors there, it takes you into their recreation center. And this building just had its floors cleaned while we were there, so that's why everything was picked up. Looking down the side of the building, the first door that we come to there is the laundry facility. Really a beautiful, nice, clean laundry facility. Right behind that, there's a hallway. The first room is the billiards and darts room. On down the hallway, you'll come to the library.
And they did other things in there as well. Get little gatherings.
Yeah, it's the park is very busy in itself. Right behind that is horseshoes, bocce ball, and over behind that fence is a beautiful shuffleboard court. So there are lots of nice amenities, and again, everything's in really nice state of repair and very clean.
And they were really, really friendly.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun being here.
It was not the typical permanents and transients not getting along. Everybody there really seemed to get along.
Yeah, and I don't know there's so much getting along as just feeling awkward about being in there, walking in their streets and all. That's their space.
They all wanted to welcome you in and find out where you were from and tell you a little bit about themselves, and it was a really nice atmosphere. The office manager and the park manager here are both real nice young ladies. They've been at the park for 1 and 2 years respectively, and they are really on top of what's going on in this park.
Super helpful.
We got a big apology from the office manager that she wanted to have our space mowed for us the day before we got there, and unfortunately it didn't work out that way. So we did end up with some tall grass at the back of our site, and she apologized all over the place for it. It was not a big deal, but it was really nice.
And they had mowed, what was it, the very next day we started here in the lawnmower. So.
Yeah. Now this is the northernmost street that runs across the park. These sites are all a little bit larger on that map. They are yellow coated, and these are all for mobile homes. So basically you bring your home in there and it stays there. It doesn't get moved. It's got carports attached and buildings attached, and so these are pretty much permanent.
I think their utilities were different too. We saw gas meters.
There are gas meters back there, so they're on city gas rather than propane. And there are fire hydrants throughout the park, which I thought was really nice. So there's just one row, and it's the northernmost row that is all mobile homes. And the rest of the park, they'll see some park models scattered in. You'll see some permanent looking fifth wheels scattered in. But there's a lot of spaces throughout the rest of the park that are all RV spaces. There are over 400 spaces in this park. You'll see the sign there. This is the main road going across in front of us where we first came in. We're going to go on down to the southern half of the park, which is a lot fewer of the permanent sites down this way. There are trees, they're not real big trees.
But they were nice and they offered some shade.
Yeah, we were very fortunate. The area where we are didn't have many trees, but we had one right beside our coach that was small enough that it doesn't interfere with the coach, but it was big enough to give us some shade.
It starts our day off really good.
Now we're going to come to this road up here ahead of us that'll cross, and it is the middle of the park. It actually is coming out towards the south from the recreation center. And I'm just going to turn the car here to show you the building there at the end of that street. That is a bathhouse that's not even shown on the map, but that is a full bathhouse. Our understanding is they are trying to get a renovation done on this one, but not renovated. It looks nicer than a lot of them we've seen. And again, spotless clean. And we're going to back off of that little street, come straight on down here, and we'll bring you down to the far western edge of the park. There are a few units over here on the right that are actually in storage right now, so if you see some that look like they're kind of close together, that's why. We're going to make a left here, and we're going to go to the southernmost street in the park. As we do that, here on this corner is their dog park. And again, this thing is grassed, it is clean, yeah, and mowed and edged and trimmed,
and it has a dog wash.
It has a dog wash in it that's
It's
really
hooked up
neat.
to water, yeah. And the dumpster's right there.
And ahead you'll see us sitting out there by ourselves.
Because we were a week early, is what she said.
That's
You're
right.
A week early.
We start to get neighbors in this next week. But we're going to pull in here and we'll show you the space.
At this point, it was wide open.
Now that's the width of our space right there. Very level space. Grass sites are never my favorite, but it was a nice level, solid space. That little concrete pad there needs to go away. And there's one on each of these sites. If I could change one thing on the sites, I'd put a decent little concrete patio in there. There's our tree. And as we come up this side, it's a little bit of a run to the sewer. I did use a second sewer hose going back there. The hookups are all at the back of the site. The water, the sewer. The electrical boxes are a little older, and it only is a 50 amp plug, so you'll need a dog bone if you don't use 50 amp. So Kathy, what did you think of Paradise South, the Encore Park in Mercedes, Texas?
It's pretty nice. It is one of the friendliest places we've ever been. It really is. Everywhere you go, people are just, they want to stop and chat, and yeah, I really like it.
I think anybody that follows our channel knows that we go more for the transient park than the permanent resident park, because you always feel there's a little bit of friction maybe between the permanent people and the transient people.
Yeah, like you're in their neighborhood.
And boy, it's not that way here.
No, it's not.
This is one of the first ones we've been to where I think there was only a couple of us transients here the whole time we were here, and we were greeted just as friendly and included in everything, and
That's
people
right.
were stopping by and waving, and their nightly golf cart parade that they had, we were waving out the windshield at them every night. It was really, really a great sense of community here in this park.
Yeah.
And with that, I would gladly come back here again, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, we are a little bit early in the season. It does get very full here, and with a limited amount of spaces for Trails Collection and Trails Collection Plus members. If you're thinking of coming to South Texas, get your reservations in early.
Absolutely.
And speaking of reservations, parks like this in South Texas, well over $100 a night, well over $1,000 a month.
Yep.
And we are camping the entire winter thanks to our Trails Collection Plus and 1,000 Trails for zip zero nada. And if a free winter of camping is something that would make a positive impact on your camping budget, definitely call our friends Warren and Sharon Lewis. They can help you make sense of the high cost of campgrounds.
It certainly helps to compensate for the other things that you get to do, and it leaves you a little bit freed up cash-wise for doing a lot of really cool stuff.
Absolutely. So definitely drop them an email, give them a phone call, shoot them a text, but get a hold of them and see if there is a program offered through 1,000 Trails that will work for the style of camping you're into.
There's got to be.
Absolutely. There's so many.
Yeah.
With that, if you've enjoyed the video today, leave us a thumbs up, If you haven't already subscribed, as we go off the air, watch for the dot up in the corner. Just click that, ring the notification bell, and you'll know when every one of our videos come out.
And thank you for following us as we follow the